There we go. Okay, welcome everyone. Today I'm talking about the awakened vagina. I'm talking about something very intimate and personal, but yeah, things that I feel need to be said. So just for a moment, just land in your body and just become aware of your body and maybe just shake a little bit, just shake the day off. And then you can just put your hand on your chest and just a deep breath in. And just become aware of your body and feel, sense the presence of your physical body. Here we go. Right. And then just for this moment, during this call, I want to ask you to quiet your mind and just hear what I have to say. And then later you can feel what part of this you can absorb into your body and into your reality and whatnot. So the reason I am talking about this is that in 2018, in March, I was 49 years old. I had a sexual awakening. And it took me by such a surprise. I found something that I was not looking for. I was not looking for what I found. And when I found it, I was so confused because nobody, or I haven't heard anybody talking about this capability that the vagina has. In fact, when it first happened to me, I thought I'm losing my mind. I thought I'm crazy. And I thought, yeah, I just thought like, why is no one talking about this, the true power of the vagina? Okay. So I'm going to just relate to you what happened with me during this awakening. So I was carrying around some wounding, sexual wounding, like most of us do, and then went on a journey to find the healing. Read books, went to Tantra circles. I even visited a Tantra practitioner, a guy. It was so much fun. It was really sexy. And I kept thinking, okay, something is supposed to happen, but I have no idea what. It sounded like there is some mystery, but I didn't even know what the mystery was, but I couldn't feel it. Okay. So the first thing that happened to me was my energetic body woke up, in the sense that I started having full body orgasms. And what that means is my whole body became sensitized, that when I'm being touched, I can literally have orgasms in my hands or in my elbow or in my nose. So that was a process of sensitizing the whole body and coming home to the body. And then, I mean, that was fantastic. It was like, okay, this is like Kundalini stuff. It's amazing. So I thought awakening has happened. But then a week or two after that, I was making love one night. And then suddenly, wait, I'm going to go back a little bit. So I'm going to tell you what I was doing and then what happened. Okay. So I had this lovely boyfriend, and he was very kind, and he thought that like he just worshipped the ground that I walk on, and he was very patient. He wasn't a tantra practitioner or anything. He was an ordinary guy. He just loved my pussy. Super patient. So I felt very comfortable with this guy, and he actually spent a lot of time just gently being with my pussy, like without just touching me, like gently. So it was a slow process of me just like sinking more and more and more into my pussy and feeling safe to be there. And then one day I said to him, listen, I've had 2 children, I've given birth to 2 children. Is my vagina maybe a little bit loose? And he said yes, which was not a good answer. Like, how can you say that? No. I said, over my dead body, I won't have a loose vagina. No. So what I started doing is, while I was making love, is I would squeeze my muscles inside my vagina. I would just imagine squeezing him, or try to squeeze him to give some more pressure. Like, oh no, I can be tight. So I would squeeze and release and squeeze and release. That is an important key. So when I Googled it later, some people also related that they were doing this squeezing. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And I think that started reconnecting a nerve that I did not know I didn't know it was there, but it was suddenly like pop, like ka-ching. In a moment, this nerve connected, and whew, my whole pussy just became alive, and she started chewing the penis. She was like so orgasmic. She started having orgasms like everywhere, and I've now mapped out where all these parts are. But she started moving almost at her own will, at her within her own power. It's like she just took over and started doing things that she enjoys doing, and she is so strong, like so strong. And then it was like my eyes suddenly were inside my vagina. Like I could perceive everything that was going on in there. And I started like communicating with the penis, with my vagina, like touching him and like, hey, I feel you. And like, I hold you and I stroke you and I kiss you. And I was like, what the fuck? What is my body doing? What is my body doing? This is insane. I didn't know this can happen. And initially, I actually thought that I had been possessed by something. I really thought there was something wrong with me. And I felt so confused. On the one hand, I thought, okay, maybe I am the only woman in the world that can feel this. And nobody else does, because nobody speaks about it. Or everybody knows this, but nobody has told me. I've missed out on something. So I was very confused. So in the meantime, I've Googled it, and I have been speaking to so many women and men. And I find that there's a small percentage of people that know about this. And actually, Dakini, I spoke to a Dakini about this. I was like, what the fuck? We are so powerful, our pussies. Why are we not telling this to each other? And she basically said to me, don't tell other women. You're going to intimidate them. They're going to feel less than or whatever. But I just feel, if I, at the age of 49, had never heard about this, I would have started looking for this in my life much earlier, expecting more from my body much earlier in my life. And this is why I have decided I am just going to start talking about it, because there are other women out there that feel lonely and confused, that have found this in themselves, and that feel lonely and confused, and they don't know what's going on. They think they're a freak. And most women have left the scene, like I was one of them. Until the age of 49, I was a wonderful sexual being, sensual. I've always loved sex. I've made love a lot. But the orgasm was always a clitoral orgasm. Okay. And this, my kids just walked past. So these my reason a bit. So I just see that we as women have left the scene. We've left the scene of our vaginas. We've left, and we have left 3 generations. A disconnect has happened through generations. And I did not even know I was disconnected until that connection came in. And I literally felt like it came in through generations. There was a remembering. And I feel an incredible solidarity with all women. I feel we, in a way, we all carry the same body and same awareness in our bodies. So I, first of all, for a few days, I cried for myself. I was like, oh my God, I had missed out so much in my life. I cried, sadness. Then I cried with joy, because it was crazy, the amount of power I felt, and instantaneous healing. And then I cried for all the other women that I know just, we just not on the scene, and it's not our fault. So I just, through this talk and through talking about this, it's a way for me to call everyone back, say, come back, let's come back into our bodies. And that's why I want to give you certain pointers and certain keys that can slowly bring this mind-body connection back. And this is true healing. You know, so many, like, I get confused. So then I Google, can the vagina feel inside? And so everywhere they say, no, women can't feel inside their vaginas. There's no nerves. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would we want anybody to enter our vagina if we feel fuck all? You know, why? Like, what's the stupid point of that thing? So if we perceive ourselves as this hollow cave, you know, and even for the penises or the people that make love to us, to enter something that doesn't feel it, like, what is that? What are we doing? What are we doing to each other? It's just weird. It doesn't make sense. So just with that coming back and the life coming back, there is instant healing. There's instant healing. You instantly find yourself. You instantly find your power, and you're instantly healed. You just jump, rocket past any wounding, anything that could have held you back, because you just, whoop, I'm here. I'm in my fullness. I'm in my full fucking power. And my power, according to me, the power is like ding, ding, muscular power. Like your lover approaches you, you see him, you touch him, you feel him, you open him, you open, you grab onto him, you open, you grab onto him, you hug him, like, fuck, I love having you inside me, and I'm going to make love to you because I am present, because I want you inside myself, and I can feel you, like, right fucking here. And I am here. I choose to, I'm getting like, I choose to be present. I choose to make love to you when you make love to me. I will fucking kiss you with my pussy. I will stroke you. I will ripple over you. Like, yay. That is like, so then our whole politics, our psyche changes from, oh, I'm being fucked, I'm being fucked over, I'm being misunderstood. Obviously, someone cannot understand you if you can't feel yourself and they can't feel you. We don't understand one another. But the moment you come back and you feel alive, you don't feel fucked over and done to anymore, because you're part of the party, you're part of the dance, you a dancer tangoing with your partner. It's not just like it's like this is how we meet each other. And sometimes I'm quite nervous. Let me just look at the time, 20. Sometimes I'm quite nervous even to say this, that a weird part in me feel that I am going to be prosecuted when I say this. Like, how weird is that? Why do I feel I need to look over my shoulder when I start speaking about our true pleasure and our true aliveness? That's weird. That's just something in me, or it's a generational thing that I think like, oh my God, are women allowed to be like this? But yes, we are. So there's a hell of a lot of healing that comes with that, arriving back in yourself. Okay. Are you guys still with me? We're going to move to the next chapter.
Definitely.
Okay. Shake, 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 shake. If you want to stand up and sit down. Okay. Next chapter. I'm going to give you some tips. Now, this is good also for the people that make love to vaginas to understand this, so that you approach the vagina as though it is alive, and that it can help you to understand how to awaken the vagina better. So the keys. I said 5 keys, but I'm on 7 now. Okay, number 1, you have to feel emotionally safe. Okay, you have to feel like you can just be yourself. Because this is like, yeah, you can just give full expression to yourself. You don't have to pretend to be anything. This person that you're with, like, whatever is happening for me, I'm in an emotionally safe space. Very, very important. No one can let go if they don't feel emotionally safe. Okay. So that also comes with being with your partner in absolute patience. Patience, like no pressure ever. Okay, another one is to really be present with your body. And I know, like before this awakening thing, I used to always like imagine all kinds of scenes because I wanted to have an orgasm. So then sometimes I used to just think about stuff, and then have an orgasm. So keep your mind present to your body and to your partner and to yourself and to the moment. Don't leave the scene. Okay, stay in the scene. Stay in your own movie. Important, right? That's the second key. Third key, okay, for us women to become, and sounds like a cliche, but it's important. Become familiar with your pussy and look at her and love her. I even have to redo that again every now and again, because sometimes I look at her and I go, oh my God, I'm like, oh, like, wow, that's quite wild. But when we look at you can sit in front of a mirror and open your legs and put on nice lighting and music and look at her until you fall in love with her, your own pussy. Because you won't want to be with her if there's any like speckle of shame or you think you look a little weird. And, you know, you have to be so comfortable that you can just sit with your legs wide open and display yourself to your lover. Like, here I am. Because that helps with your mind-body connection. You want to be in that pussy. If you love her, you have to be proud of her. You must feel an incredible amount of love for her. It helps to pull your presence. This whole thing is to pull the mind, the awareness into your pussy. Because through generations, it's left the scene. You want to come back into the scene. Okay. Then, if you, I'm going to say a penis, so this is like heterosexual, but you can also change that to whatever you are being penetrated with. Now, I'm going to speak penis. Maybe if you're making love to a woman, it could be a finger or a dildo or something else. But you need to build a relationship with what you are being entered with. So you need to build a relationship. If you're going to be entered by the penis, you have to really see it with your pussy. Like your pussy has eyes and an absolute awareness. And realize that your partner is in his penis. He's there, expecting to be there. And when he touches you, you want to touch him back. You want to feel him. You want to caress him. You want to love him, like, completely. And that's why in that online course that I do a whole thing about penis massage. Because I know sometimes the penis can, if you don't have a penis yourself, it can be a bit of a like unknown territory. You think, oh, it belongs to the man, he knows what to do with it. You need to learn what to do with the penis because it's coming your way. It's like, you need to work with it, you know, understand it. And maybe, you know, everyone's is unique and everyone's feels in a different way. And that's also why I give that talk about the blowjobs, is it helps to make that mind feeling connection and really meeting. And that helps to, you know, if you can become super present and really feel, if you do a blowjob, like really feel what's happening for you, mind and the penis, it helps to make that mind welcome him in your pussy connection, right? Because most women struggle to orgasm inside their vaginas. Fact. I know, I was there not too long ago. Right. And then the fifth key is to work with your muscles, like I said before. To start doing those Kegel exercises while you're making love. Just start playing with that. And even if in the beginning you don't feel any movement, just use your imagination. Just imagine you hug and you release. You hug and you release. And that's going to help clear those pathways for these nerves to go and start connecting, you know. And just another thing that I want to say about the muscles and this and release, that I said that in the video as well. So where I am with this now is I can play and work my muscles and think, oh, this is like a workout. And I can even imagine, oh, I'm imagining kissing. You know, I don't know exactly how that movement comes out, but it feels like I'm kissing, or I just imagine that I'm stroking. So I'm exercising all kinds of different muscles inside myself. Even if you, at the beginning, you just use your imagination. Like, oh, this one's nice. If there's music playing, you can pulse on the rhythm of the music, like a little dance, you know, like quick little pulses or slow ones. Yeah, and it's you can really, it's like a mollusk, you know, it's like really, and that's why I like teaching people the lingam massage, because when you massage the lingam with your hands, it's the same kind of thing that you eventually want to be doing with your pussy, making love to the lingam like this, you know, all kinds of different ways. So even if you just start, imagine that you're this lovely pole dancer, like rubbing yourself against the beautiful penis, helps to make the connection. But so these are like exercises. But then when you go into that orgasmic state, when she takes over, I find the place where she takes over is when she's had her first orgasm. Okay. Don't stop. For some reason, we sometimes have this thing that we make love and we have an orgasm and then we think, I've had an orgasm. Yay, job done. Let's go to sleep. You have just opened the door. Okay. So once you've had that first orgasm, now this doesn't happen with everyone, but some people are aware that in that orgasm, there's an involuntary that happens with the vagina. Sometimes that involuntary, like, hey, she's waking up. She's starting to tango. Now, lean into that. Lean into it. Relax into that and make a brain connection with that. And give yourself to that orgasm and keep speaking to your pussy and saying, what do you feel? What do you feel? And then very slowly keep making love. So stay in that orgasm. Stay in that orgasm. And keep saying, what do you feel? Because it's here where she starts taking over. And she starts showing you what she's feeling. And it's like you can almost just relax and you keep asking her, baby, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? You are allowed to feel so much more. And that's when she starts taking over and an incredible power comes in. And that's when she starts moving a hell of a lot and having more and more and more orgasms because she's activating herself and playing with the penis. Okay, so that's about the muscles. So you first work the muscles, and when you have the orgasm, they can start taking over. Okay, and allow that to happen and keep going. After orgasm number 1, you've just turned the key in the lock. There's a big, beautiful castle door about to open. Okay, that was key number 5. It's the muscles. Okay. Okay, no, 6 was 5 is do your muscles, and number 6 was once you feel that orgasm, keep going, don't stop. Don't stop. That was number 6. And then number 7 is wine, alcohol. I just want to speak about alcohol because so many people go out, they drink drinks, or we sit around the fire, we have lots of drinks, and then we make love. Okay. Alcohol is a suppressant of your nervous system, so you are going to feel less. So I have nothing against alcohol. I'm going to have a glass of wine after this meeting. I have nothing against alcohol, but I know if I've had a few glasses of wine or some alcohol, I am not going to have the best sex because I am not going to be able to feel enough. Okay. So just be aware of that you're not going to have a sexual awakening when you're drunk. It's not going to happen. Okay. You've got to be sharp, present, feel a lot. Okay. How are you guys doing? Is there a question here? Okay, let me just open the chat. I'm assuming that this is achievable for all women. Have you been able to see whether the process is similar for everyone? Yeah, good question. So people say, yeah, that's easy to say. It's easy for me to say. So I mean, I sat next to the river and I said to my lover, I think I need to do yoni massage so that I can touch women's yonis and touch them in a way like I know the woman is there. I'm not going to touch her like a wounded puppy. I'm touching them. I touch you like I know you're in there. And because I know what the vagina is capable of, I can call that life in by just gently allowing her to gently bring her awareness back. So this is teachable. It is teachable. Yeah, it can be replicated. I have done yoni massages where the woman just started crying, like, oh my God, I feel myself. I feel myself inside my yoni. Okay, let me see. What about the use of good fucking question. What about the use of marijuana? Oh yeah, it's legal in South Africa. So I find for me, it really helps me to become super present in my body, and just helps me to bring the focus like really in my body. And specifically for me, I'll just speak about myself. When I smoke a joint, and I don't do it too often, so that when I do smoke, when I can feel the effect, my chi, my whole body, my shakti just starts moving like so much, which really helps. But to also know that these plant medicines are there to teach us things that we can really do. So when you feel this while you are stoned, go back when you sober and replicate that, because now you've learned something, and don't give it away to the plant medicine, the power. Say, this has taught me something that my body is capable of doing. And now I'm going to, when I'm sober, remember what that felt like and implement it into my normal life. So use these plants as teachers. That's my advice. Okay, do you think vibrators desensitize the area, or, oh, okay, I'll come back to the MDMA thing now. The vibrators, they desensitize you. You give your power away. You put the batteries in that thing, and the power lies in the batteries, okay? So when we're working with vibrators, we are working with overwhelm. You're getting like a drill going at you. You're working with overwhelm. You're not in your power. You're thinking, you're working with something else that's supposed to give you an orgasm, which is our old way of thinking. This guy is going to give me an orgasm, you know? No, I'm going to give myself an orgasm. So if you use a vibrator, I just bought myself a nice wand 2 weeks ago, like a nice glass wand that has no batteries. So if you do use a vibrator, don't switch it on. Take the batteries out and then use it very slowly and get your vagina to play with it. So it is not doing all the work. It's giving a support for your vagina to play around. So very gently, and it's nice to do it on your own, and because then you can super patiently just always have this conversation going on with your pussy. What can you feel? Ask her. What can you feel? I'm patient. I'm here for you. This is why it's maybe good to first do it with your vibrator without the batteries. Enter very gently. First, ask your vagina, what can you feel? What can you feel? If you move a little bit, stop again. Sister, what can you feel? What can you feel? And then she might answer you. She might answer you. Expect her to answer you. Okay, MDMA, I would say, is the same as what I just said with the marijuana. You know, it's like makes you more aware of your body and your sensitivity, but you can then simply use it as a teacher. And I think it's very important, if you feel these like beautiful sensitivity and fantasticness on any hallucinogenic, take the time to integrate that into your life and replicate that feeling. It's just a teacher. Okay. Do we really have to shame? Oh no, we don't have to shame clitoral orgasms. Feel like they are shamed. Okay, that's a good point. Or women are not real women unless they're having internal orgasms. Some debate that it's all interconnected. Yes. Thank you for raising that. I think it is so valuable to say, because clitoral orgasms are wonderful. They are wonderful. But just to realize that is just one part of your orgasmic anatomy. So enjoy your clitoral orgasm. Sometimes when I say that first orgasm is the key in the lock that's opening the door, let it be a clitoral orgasm. Let it be. The more we have, the better, you know, but just don't stop there. Just don't stop there. Carry on. Go deeper. You can have lots of clitoral orgasms. I'm very pro them. I love them. But I find, like with solo practice, I'm on solo practice at the moment, me, myself, and I, not to always just go for the clitoral because I can reach there, but to really now take the time to explore with my wand, to practice my muscles, to familiarize myself with my own strength, my own feeling, different things that I can or cannot do, and to keep my muscles active, to exercise them. That's a good, but thank you for that comment. A good point. Yeah. So we don't want to shame clitoral orgasms. We just don't want to be stuck in them. And then let me just see the time, 1:45. I'm quickly going to give you this map of what I understand as the different orgasmic parts inside the vagina. And they each, it's so funny, when you explore them, they each have a different archetype of pleasure. They, like these different parts inside our vagina, it's like represents different parts of who we are. It's so weird. So definitely the clit, lovely, orgasmic, perfect. Then I'm going to use my mouth as a reference. And it's a good reference point for you people as well, for the guys. Then just when you enter, I mean, that tip enter can be like so pleasant, and take, you know, just bring your awareness into that just where you enter. Right? Oh, and honor that space and play there and sensitize, you know, work with that. It's very lovely. And even if it's not maybe like orgasm, it can just start like so many tantalizing feelings. And the same with exiting, just that last little bit, so sensitive. So when you exit the vagina, hey, walk back gently and slowly, because she feels all the way, and it's very special, that last little exit, so sensitive. Right. Then, even if you feel in your mouth, you can do it now. It's behind your teeth. It's like a little rough part. and G-spot, okay? Like our mouths. So there, like, I think that part of the vagina is very orgasmic. And I think sometimes when I imagine I press that against the penis, you can even just use your imagination. It's actually the back walls that are gripping and pressing the penis against there. But you can use your imagination, just feel and connect a picture of, there's my G-spot and I'm pressing it or stroking it against my lover. Yeah. Okay. Then just behind the G-spot, so at the top of your palate, goes deeper into the vagina. I think I call it the C-spot. Super sensitive. That also has another like an energy. It's like more of a like it's like a abandoned, like abandoned feeling, like wild abandoned kind of feeling there. And then there's right at the back, there's the cervix. It feels like the tip of your nose, little squishy part there. And if you just bring your awareness that when the penis is inside yourself, like bring your awareness to that cervix there, being gently being poked. And when you do a yoni massage and you gently poke that part, she actually reacts by doing little pulses. She does. And that the orgasm there is very emotional. It's very close to the heart. It's a very emotional, like, emotional release that comes from there. Then there's the back of the vagina, closer to the anus side, like the tongue. And that part almost, it likes to slide itself against the penis. So you can also change your thinking if you're a woman with a vagina. It's not that the guy is not just doing this, but do you actually feel like you're sliding that part against him? Super orgasmic. And that feeling that you get there is more like grounded. It's a different, you can imagine that lower energy there. And then I call this the smiles. So you can feel your palate, and then it goes in. It makes like dips on the side. Dips. Now this is inside the vagina where it goes around the pubic bone. And if it's yoni massage, you can reach in there with your finger, or you can press more to the side with the penis. And the yoni, when she feels there, she does little ripples. And I have seen this on many occasions. It makes a woman laugh. I think maybe some people will have different emotions, but I have seen it on many occasions. Giggles come out from nowhere. It's the weirdest thing. So those are the different parts. It's like, okay, let's say clitoris, the front, G-spot, just behind that, C-spot, behind that, cervix, lower back there, and then the two smiles. And then, we've got 10 minutes left. And then just to give some advice to the lovers of the vaginas. So the person that owns the vagina, you want to start creating a mind-body connection, a direct communication line between your brain and your pussy, okay? That's what we're working at, yeah? And the person with the penis or the masculine entering the woman, just expect her to be there. Know that she is not a hollow cave. So if you approach her and just your awareness and your consciousness expect her to feel you all the way, every millimeter of the way. And take your time in the beginning. Like you're not there to give her an orgasm. You are there to go into an orgasmic dance together. So I like seeing it like the tango, where you approach as the man and you gently start touching the woman. And before you start doing anything like, you know, wait for her response and then move. Feel her response and then move. Call her to dance with you. This is not a solo mission. You don't have to do all the work. She's going to give herself orgasms with you. She's going to come, you know, she's going to become orgasmic with you. But enter her and just give her time. Just feel some response from her. And if for a woman you don't feel that much in the beginning, you can move your hips. I really want to encourage people to start moving your hips and feel like you're using this. So I'm speaking about the woman again. So you feel like you have been given this little joystick to play with, and then move your body around and like explore, like, oh, I want to be scratched or touched there, and then move like, oh, I'd like to be touched there, and just move a little bit. So a lot of the exploration comes from the woman as well as from the man. It's a dual thing. Okay, now we have got a few minutes for questions, and then the power is going to go off. How is this landing with all of you? Okay, let me see. There were, yeah, so many spots. There's so many spots. It's an even more elaborate pre-ceremony, mindful touch and sensual kissing of the entire body, not also a precursor to properly. Oh, yes, definitely. Like, so foreplay and activating the whole body before just going for the pussy is like really wonderful, because it is good to just sensitize the whole body and the whole person, so that the woman wants to be present in her whole body. It can be quite boring if somebody just goes A, B, C, okay, let's fuck, you know. And we love sensitizing our whole body, and it helps us to come home. Yeah. Does that answer the question? Or that's basically just a beautiful remark. Any other questions, people?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can work one-on-one with you to awaken our body and sensitize, like the Kundalini awakening and your videos with that? I know you do have your programs, which look amazing, but is there a way to work directly with you through Zoom?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's nice if we do. Yes. The answer is yes. You could just send me a message. I'm gonna drop my just my website address here, and you can send me an email. I'll send my email as well, which is different. Find. So with the Kundalini awakening stuff, like I love doing it one-on-one. There we go. Liana at findyourpleasure.life is my email. I like working with clients when I can put my hands on them, because then I can feel where their awareness is, and I can help them just to pull that awareness into their bodies. So doing one-on-one work is really lovely, because we can stay on them, you know, we can stay with each other. So I would love to do one-on-one Zoom with you. Yeah, and what I do in the session is I also activate it in my body so that it can easily be recognized by your body.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. And any other, like, just remark, how does this land for you when I give this like crazy information? I sometimes feel, I hope I'm not scaring people. I hope I'm not freaking people out, you know? But I feel if you don't know what the possibility is, you're never going to look for it. And yeah. And it's really not to make women feel like you're not good enough, you're not right. You know, that's not the aim with all of this. It's more like I look at my sisters and I want to call you and say, listen, chicks, we've got a lot. We've got a lot. And I just want to remind you that yes, there's so much for us. And that's why I'm saying this. And I feel like I'm the only person saying this. Sometimes I feel like I'm insane. But I've also asked my lovers, like, oh my God, am I crazy? Can you feel this? And they're like, yeah, you're like massaging my penis with your pussy. It's fantastic. It is very eye-opening. And I think it helps for men to know. It helps for men to know, because if women don't know, how can men know? And then we're just fucking each other the right way, the wrong way. Okay. Not scary. We don't take it into the universe. Yeah. And I just want to make it so it's not such a mystery. I just want to make it like very practical. I want to give you very practical things to do. And like even with yoni eggs, I think yoni eggs are cool. I've had one, but I'm aware that what it does, it just makes me clench. You know, you don't want to just clench. If you have a yoni egg, you must have one with a string that you can play with up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's why I prefer exercising with a little wand, because I can stroke it. I can, even if I just feel like I'm stroking it, you know, the muscles can work so much better. With a yoni egg, there's just like, you know, and you want something where you can do this. Right. Okay. Right. Oh my God. I hope I told you everything that we need to say. I'll speak about it again. And thank you so much for listening, all of you. If you have more questions, if anything pops up for you afterwards, you're even welcome to send me an email. Even if you're pissed off or angry, or say like, please, can you also mention this or that? Please just, I'd love to have this communication. And I think we must just speak about this as much as possible, because we had forgotten. We need to remember again. I know we need a picture of the spots. I have to figure out. I think I must make myself a see-through yoni. I'm looking for a see-through yoni. You know, one that's like because now I want to show people yoni massage. I put my hands into the pussy and then you can't see what I'm doing. You know, like, oh, okay. We need to have a model that we can see into it. I'm going to find a way to make see-through pussy. But it is good to work with the penis and imagine all those parts being pressing against the penis. The penis is a very good mold of what the inside of the yoni looks like. Da, 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 da. Surprise. So you can work with the penis and imagine this is the yoni around the penis, to start familiarizing yourself with those spots. See. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, my friends, and happy lovemaking. Enjoy your bodies. And thank you so much for listening. If you want to just unmute yourself and say goodbye, and then we're ending this evening.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
wonderful
much.
evening.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much
hasta la
for
vista.
listening.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Wow.